So, I mean, he was a great actor. He wasn't a good actor. He wasn't a good rapper. He wasn't a good actor, for being a rapper. He was a good actor, period.
Yeah.
So had he leaned more into his artistic...
Poetic Justice.
Fucking great movie.
Yeah.
Great film.
Yeah.
Right? And Cousin, what's up, Cousin? Remember that part?
Yeah, when they go to the cookout.
Great fucking movie, man. How did we get here, Keith?
I don't know. Shout out to Tupac though. But I was Academics was breaking it down, and Academics was like, man, like it's. I had this conversation too with this girl, and I was saying like, a lot of women don't create this safe space for men, and the reason why I know this is because like, and this is us being detective, right? Mm-hmm. Will Smith does speak openly about his, I guess, how he pales in comparison to Tupac.
Yeah, he was
how
jealous.
He was jealous of the type of love that Jada Pinkett had for him. If you know that your partner has some type of insecurity, and for you to
see where you go,
like every birthday post a poem, post a picture or something like that, and then sometimes not even post your husband, whatever shout out on their birthday. I think that is triggering. And
yes,
and you can be working. You can be a work in progress. You can work on your insecurities because their relationship has nothing to do with Will Smith, right?
100%.
But there is a way where you can. I feel like maybe not intentionally, but you are triggering someone because there is that insecurity that they have. In the interview on The Breakfast Club, Charlemagne, and this is the part where the Breakfast Club kind of is trash sometimes because it's three people on there trying to interview people, right? So Charlemagne asked about the Tupac thing or whatever, and then somebody, Charlemagne was going to ask another follow-up question as to like, how did you get over that? But somebody cut him off, and then they asked him another question, and then how interviews go, it's just like a whole thing. So he never got to say that, because he just said like, for a long time I felt this way. So much so that I didn't meet him and stuff like that. And like, we don't know if there's any resolution is what I'm saying. So he could still probably be feeling that type of insecurity 53 years into his life, so.
100%. But the question that I have more than anything is there intention behind her doing that? If there's intention behind her, sprinkling Tupac in these convenient moments, like I think some people will say like, he shouldn't be insecure about that. Like, Tupac is dead. What is he gonna do? But I think that there are some women that realize when they're pressing a button, and they realize they're doing it, and they feel like, and they're appropriating. Okay, let's say for example, let's say that I have a girlfriend from like college, and let's say me and her, were together. It was serious, and then she just died. But imagine if I meet a new woman 6-7 years later, and I keep on bringing up my ex-girlfriend, how great she was, how smart she was, how funny she was. Any human being would be bothered by that.
Yeah.
Now let's magnify it times 100. And now you've got Will Smith, Jada. You guys are public figures, but you're outwardly putting this message out there. So now not only does your husband have to see this head on, but now he has to see it in the media. That would make me feel terrible if I'm with a woman, and let's say she had a boyfriend, they were together for 7-8 years, they was about to get married, but he dies, or whatever the relationship was, they were just very close, and she keeps on bringing up, Malcolm used to love those sandwiches, they were the best. Dude, Malcolm used to love when we went over here to the park. That was our favorite spot. Like, I'm supposed to be okay with you doing this shit?
As a man, this is like a kind of tangent, but as a man, I've realized that is like an immediate red flag.
Oh, a billion fucking %.
Women be like to casually bring up their boyfriends, like, oh, that was my favorite restaurant. My boyfriend took me there on my 21st birthday or something like that. And you're just like, yo, why is he even? I haven't mentioned any of my relationships 100%. In this conversation, so why are you bringing up? And you can articulate these things without even bringing them up. You know what I mean?
I think that sometimes women think and this is, if there's intention behind it, then they're using it. I think some women have had men who have been insecure or had problems, and they're trying to, in some cases, bring these insecurities out of you to see how you react. I think women test men with certain things, not realizing that we can dismiss you for it. So, for example, if you want to find out if I'm insecure and you bring up your ex-boyfriend and you say, that was my favorite spot, like my ex used to take me there, right? I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to let you think that you tested me and that was it. And I'm going to be quiet. And I'm going to wait for you to do it again, and I'm just going to dismiss you. Because you're doing something that I don't do to you, right? I don't be like, man, my ex had some good pussy, man. Man, she used to know how to ride that thing. Yeah. Can you imagine how, that's an extreme though. But I'm saying, if I said, yo, my ex, man, like, she had some really good hair. Even something like that. Yeah. She had really good hair. Oh, anyways, let's go to this restaurant over here. What I'll be like, oh yeah. My ex,
or the worst is like a comparison to some.
There you go.
Form. Like say, y'all having dinner or something like that. You'd be like, yeah, my ex, she used to cook a really good soup. Like a really good
something
that
soup. Small. That small.
That'd be going crazy.
That soup will take a woman over the fucking edge.
Because it's like comparing their food or whatever to their, that would be good.
Yeah, and then what the funny thing is and it won't, and even if you did that and they didn't respond and didn't come out, when they get frustrated and an argument happens,
it's coming back.
It's coming back.
Yeah.
And it could be something completely unrelated. You'd be like, why did you leave the dishes out? Every time I tell you leave the dishes out, and then you compare me to your ex with soup, you'd be like, wait, what the fuck is going on here?
I
remember Andrew brought that up, but it was hilarious how Andrew Schultz brought it up. He was like, I don't get why you keep leaving the doors open. It doesn't make any sense. And you never buy me the things I want from the store.
Yeah.
And he was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
You just like conflated these two things that don't make sense, because the one thing is really bothering you over here, right? The comparison about my ex's soup that she made is bothering you, but you're using the dishes being out as an excuse for you to like unpack this moment that you're having about the soup.
That's facts. I think I would just say for people out there, like, yo, that's not cool. And even if your partner hasn't articulated that to you, like they feel some type of way. So stop doing those, like, don't even mention, like, unless it's like, I don't even know in what capacity it can be brought up or what scenario, but unless you got like kids with somebody, the idea of them should be like mentioned very rarely.
Seldomly, like hardly nothing, nothing.
Unless it's like a question like, hey, where did you get this from? Or, maybe it's a present from your ex or something like that. And, somebody in your partner is asking you, you could be like, oh yeah, my ex bought it for me back in the day, and just leave it at that. Don't be trying to say, yeah, she bought it for me and it was the greatest moment of my life,
Imagine this too. Imagine if they got like, because we talk about the 90s, right? You know how camcorders weren't that great?
Yeah.
Imagine if they have some old pixelated sex tape with Jada Pinkett and Will Smith and fucking Tupac.
Oh my gosh.
You're like, Hail Mary. Run quick, see.
Alopecia. You gonna have alopecia in 2022.
That's why she cut her hair off, trying to be like Tupac.
I'm dead.
Oh,
I'm dead.
Man.
That nigga Tupac be predicting everything.
Oh my God. I'd be like, how do you